Welcome back to the Throw Channel and Watch Finds 8. Yes, we went back to see the rest of the family, and boy did they have some good stuff. Here it is for you. So grab your coffee, grab your cocktail, settle in. I'm going to go through some watches. Thanks, guys.
Well, we went to see the uncle and the auntie and a couple of other people, family members that were there, and we had quite the party. They made some beautiful coffee and we talked about watches, and I got to look through this pile of watches, and I was so pleased with the first lot I bought that I didn't go too hard, and I spent $350. That was the agreed price. They said, all right, $350, that's a good price. So what did I get for $350? Am I gonna have to put some work into them? Well, I already did. I already put batteries in them, and that's why it's so late again. I'll do a little more cleaning up on them, list them, and we'll see what we get. But $350, I'm certainly not going to 10 times the price on that, so we'll see how well we did. Hopefully we at least tripled it. So now then, moving them off to the side, and we'll start going through them. First one up is a big Swiss Legend. I tell you, these families like the Invictas and they love the big ones. So this is a gorgeous big blue Swiss Legend. Absolutely lovely. Beautiful condition. Nothing wrong with it at all. Easily, I don't know, $100. How about that? Fantastic. Gotta be $100. So we're on our way to making the money back. We got this big guy, another Swiss Legend, very much like that one, same vein, gorgeous, beautiful. Absolutely lovely. Chrono run it, chrono stop, reset. Lovely, beautiful watch. Another $100. Got this Swiss Legend. Now you see that $350 is looking pretty much easy to get back now, isn't it? Right? Not a great fan of the silicone straps. They age over time unless you take care of them. And there is a way to take care of them, guys. You just got to keep them nice, soft, and supple, which means at some point you got to warm them up, which means put them in some pretty warm water and let them soak for a little bit. Let the molecules all get some goodness back. It does, it works. Let's see. Oh yes. Chrono start, chrono stop, send it back to 0. Well, that's where 0 is. There is a way to set 0. That means if you pull it and you press this button, you see me setting it, and then press the crown back in, start it, stop it, send it back to 0. See, there's the hand on top. Did you not know that? Let's try this one. Right, chrono running, chronograph, right? So we're going to stop it, send it back to 0. See, it's off center, it's not on center. We're going to pull the crown out one click, just one click, and you're going to press this until it's dead on top. And if you miss it, then you got to press it many times to send it all the way around. Pressing it. How to set a chrono back to 0. Jeez, I don't know. There it is. Push the crown back in. Now we start the chrono. We stop it. And we send it all the way around. Now what if it was the little wheel that's off? And it is. All right, so this time we're gonna pull the crown. We're gonna start the chrono. We're gonna stop the chrono. We're gonna send it back to 0. We're gonna pull the crown 1 click, just 1. And then we're gonna use this button to pulse the small dial all the way back around to the 0 position. You see that? I might have to cut this out of the video and do it as a separate one. Then press the crown, start the chrono, stop the chrono, send everything back to 0. You do it. Works for most. Alright, so let's try setting this one back up. Let's do the little hand. Start the chrono, stop the chrono, send it back to 0, pull the crown 1 click, pulse in the small hand. You see the small dial at the 2 o'clock position. Every time we press the button, we're sending that dial around minutes. And we're going to stop it at the 0 point right there. Push the crown back in, start the chrono, stop the chrono, send it all the way around to 0. Look at that, they're both set back to perfect alignment. Ha! There you go. Hopefully you learned something, how to set a chrono. We have this guy. He's a Croton. Croton is a beautiful watch company. It was a very famous American watch company at one point. Did Swiss movements, cased in the United States. Beautiful watch. Lovely shape. This one's not that old, probably 15, 20 years. But that is a $50 to $60 bill. We got this big guest with blue hands, absolutely beautiful blue hands, just love it. Right, by the way, I'm rocking the Android that has a 5-second jumper. You see the second hand jumps every 5 seconds. Go zing, zing. Oh, 4-second jumper. Zing. Beautiful watch. I do love a 4-second jumper, and that's a GMT version with the yellow hand. You see that? Lovely watch. The guess probably $50, maybe 10 more. Reaching into the box and pulling out a mark by Marc Jacobs. There's $100, right? Not my favorite brand, but either way, still a good watch. We have this guy, which is, and you gotta be careful, don't want to break any straps here. Oh, look at that, it's been wrapped up for too long. This is another Croton. Beautiful watch. Gorgeous. How pretty is that, right? Genuine leather, a genuine eel skin, right? Gorgeous watch. Probably, I don't know, 80, $100, something in that realm, right? We got this Croton, right? Tell they like big watches. This family, I like this family. And I got an invitation. All right. Anyway, I'll tell you about that in a minute. Gorgeous watch with day and date at the 6 o'clock position. Probably every bit of $100. It's gotta be. We got this one because aunties were there and a nephew, right? We got a Michael Kors. It's a Michael Kors. I think it's a runway, one of the runway ones, but it's a nice watch. Not that much money anymore. Michael doesn't really carry it. 50, 60, something in that range, right? And of course, there were watches even from the kids that were used to live in the house. So we got this one, which is a no name but pretty watch. That'll fetch 10 or 15 bucks maybe. A mud watch, no real big money there. The strap's a little roached out, but Either way, that's another 10 or 15 bucks at the flea market. We have a Timex Sports, right? Indiglo, gorgeous. Little ladies Iron Man. 30, 40 bucks, 30 bucks, 30 bucks. Right in the 30 mark. Got one in pink, and you got one in blue, right? Obviously, they either had a boy or a girl, or a boy or a girl that liked blue and pink. Either way, it's good. Now, you thought that because there was a yellow one too. All right, another Timex Iron Man, another $30. They do run because I put batteries in them, so I checked them out, so I know they're working. So 30, 30, 30 makes 90. Yeah, so just here, that's our money back. This is getting towards balance on the labor. And then a Geneva watch. Oh, that's worth. It's a working 10 bucks. This is gorgeous. This is a wonderfully beautiful Croton. Very nice, heavy, sturdy watch. Day date at the 3 o'clock position. Absolutely lovely. Every bit of 100, maybe more. A Waltham America. Right, so that's a lovely little Waltham ladies watch. Gorgeous quartz. Probably a $30 bill. And not much more. It's got a little bit of patina on the edges, but not bad. All right, what do we got here? I'm going through them because we didn't get quite a pile of watches. We did all right for our money. We got a Timex, very nice little Timex oval right there, and this is an Elgin. Look at that beautiful little watch, right? That is gorgeous. That is stunningly wonderful. Absolutely lovely, right? Gorgeous Elgin quartz. We'll get that running, right? Didn't look at that. Didn't look at all of them yet. Didn't have time. I didn't make a video. A lovely fossil watch. Look at that fossil, rocking it out. 50 bucks. Timex Indiglo Mother of Pearl. 35 bucks. It's not on anything special. It's not. It's on just a leather strap. Very nice. 35 bucks. Another Timex Indiglo. It's almost the same watch. Another 25 bucks right there. All right. So we got a Timex Indiglo here. Presidential Rolex type look. That's another 25 bucks. We have a fossil. A gorgeous little fossil. Probably 45 bucks. That's my guess. All right, we have a giant watch here. We have a massive. It's so heavy, right? It's an Invicta. It's an Invicta Reserve. It's just literally monstrously huge. That's got to be 40, 50 grams. Stunning watch. Easily the most expensive watch on the table at $250. Or at least the most expensive watch so far. Right. It's a Times Square watch. Look to see if they're silver. They're not. But it is a nice little Times Square watch, and that'll probably be about 30 bucks. A Gitano, very nice little watch, $20 bill. Right. $20 now it's running. Right. They don't all run, remember. But my throughput is fantastic. My on purchase watches to what I get to work, I currently sit at about 97%. That means some of them take a lot of work, some of them take a little work. That is an Armatron Now. And an Armatron Now in that condition, how pretty that is, $40. Right. This is an Anne Klein jeweled around tank watch. It's on a nice strap too. That's probably a $30, $35 bill. This is another Croton. Absolutely stunning watch. You see how beautiful the watch is. absolutely lovely. That is easily $100, maybe a tad less, but right there. And yes, we had a haul, right? We did well, okay. But again, when they're sitting in somebody's drawer, Daddy one is not running. This is a Timex. Oh, it's a Timex mechanical. We'll give it a wind. We'll put a little wind in it, and we'll see if it's running. Right, you can watch it run, because we're going to set it to 9 p.m. because that's what it is now. Right. Time for me to go to bed. That's what time it is. All right, we'll give it a shake, and we'll let that one sit on the table. This is a pullover. We'll give the pullover a wind. All right. Remember, it's a pullover, not a pullover. All right, we'll pop that and we'll set that to 9 o'clock too. All right. And we'll set that right next to that one, and we'll see both of them tick time. But if it's running, the Timex Mechanical is a $50 bill. The pullover is a $40 bill. This is a Adrian, whatever her name is, Vitadini or something. It's just a fashion watch. It's nice, right? Yeah, Adrian Vitadini. That is a pretty watch, but it is a pretty $25 watch. This is different. This is very different. This is genuine leather. This is a Seiko Super Slim. Look how thick that is. Let's put in comparison to an average cheap watch. Right? It is a third of the thickness. So, it's on a gorgeous strap too. Genuine leather strap. This guy never got worn. The strap doesn't even have a curve to it. None of the eyelets have been touched. It's sat like this in pristine condition. So we shall have to get that one. Oh, it is running. The crown was pulled. We're going to spin it to 9 o'clock. Or actually a minute after. And we'll let that one sit and spin too. Hopefully these two come to life, right? If we got any wind in them at all, right? And if they are overwound, because overwound doesn't mean broke. Overwound means, well, they're overwound. It doesn't mean anything too bad. It just means that there could be something bad. Alright, we got a Seiko quartz. Look at that beautiful Scuba Slim Seiko quartz. Another one. Wow. These guys run $120 in that range each for the Seikos. An Anne Klein, $25. Whose watch? I don't know. I think it's another Anne Klein. I think it's an AK inside the watch. Alright, what's next up? This is a Timex Indiglo. Does the Indiglo glow? Don't know too much light here to see, but that is a lovely $35, $40 watch, right? Do you think it looks like a Rolex Presidential? Well, yeah, right. It was supposed to. Right? Why not? I can make it Timex. So let's talk about that for a second. You see all these people on the internet talking about they go to Breguet and they go to wherever, Rolex or Tudor, and take tours of the factories, and they show you all these watches that are run 30 and 40 and 50 and 60 and 70,000 bucks, maybe more, and then they tell you that they have a store that can sell you this watch for $8,000 and $6,000 and $4,000. That's Ferrari money. To most people, that is That's dinner on the table for 3 months of the year. And so, yeah, if you are in that position to be lucky enough to be able to buy such wonderful, beautiful, expensive things, then be grateful. But for the vast majority of people, they say, well, why don't you wear an iPhone? Well, they're $1,000 and you got to pay a subscription to get service on them for a phone. Other than that, it's just an electric digital watch sitting on your wrist. So most of the population can't afford to drop $1,000 on an iWatch and an extra $50 to $100 a month to make it run as a phone. Not going to happen. So maybe one day everybody will get there, but you got to start somewhere. So you can start here. Look, this is a beautiful watch, not expensive, going to cost you $15. Put it on your wrist. It'll tell the time and the date, and you'll look good. Progress. Go from that to this. Go from this to this. Go from this to this. Go from this to this. And then, when you're into the $300 watches, then you can consider selling them and rounding up to $1,000 watch. Then you can start your journey. But you got to start somewhere. I'm going to tell you, when you got out of school, did you instantly go out and buy a brand new Lincoln Navigator? No, you didn't, because you couldn't afford one. And you might not even be able to afford one now. So what did you go out and buy? You went out and bought a 1999 Taurus 4-door sedan for $1,000. And that's what you drove. That's what you learned to drive in. Same thing. Gotta know what fits your wrist. You gotta know what you like. Don't waste thousands on a watch until you've had half a dozen cheaper watches that you know what you like. Do you like the stretchy band? Do you like the leather strap? Do you like the Milanese strap? Whatever it is. Back to watches. It's a Giordano. It's a $30 bill. All right. It is a Citizen Quartz. Beautiful Citizen Quartz. Not a Ferrari, but middle of the range. Gorgeous watch with a date function. That is another $60 or $70 watch right there. We have another Citizen, beautiful Citizen Quartz, classic, elegant cocktail watch. That's another $50 or $60 bill. All right, we're filling the table up, right, from one family visit. One visit, right? And yeah, I did have a few beautiful cups of coffee. Boy, did they have a nice, they percolated their coffee, which is fantastic. A Caravelle, gorgeous Caravelle watch, stunning, $50. A lovely Seiko quartz, right? Hidden, fold away strap. We'll drop it out, drop it flat. Gorgeous watch. Easily another $50, $60, $70, something around there. We'll look everything up, right? This is an advance. It's an advance, right? And he's looking. Might have to break out the magnifying glass for that. But nope. It's a Nelsonic. Nelsonic, the switch wash killer. There. A little Nelsonic oval. $30, $40. Oh, that's cute. Look at that one. That's a Lucerne pendant watch. Right, so this inside is probably either a 1 jeweled movement, a 7 jeweled movement, a 9 jeweled movement, or a 17 jeweled movement. I'll hope for the 17 jeweled because it's more money. And yes, it's a ticking watch. Right, so the Lucerne pendant, that'll be $60 to $80, something there. All right, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 watches and we got 5 watches and a bracelet to go. 5 watches I'll put there. We have a bracelet. Look at that bracelet. Brass finish on the front, stainless on the back. Oh, it's a Speedel. It is a Speedel, ladies Speedel bracelet, and that is probably a $30 bill. You wear that to match that, or that, or that. Gorgeous. We have a US Polo watch, probably not much more than 25 or 30 bucks. My guess. All right, we've got 3 left, or 4 left, and we're running out of table. A KJL. I'm not too sure. KJL. Oh, this is Kenneth J. Lane. Wow. So this is not cheap. Right, Kenneth J. Lane watches run good. That's probably, wow, that's probably 80 to 100 bucks worth of Kenneth J. Lane right there. That is a nice watch. I wasn't expecting that. I didn't see that. I passed that off as a cheaper $5 watch. That is no cheap $5 watch. So I did good there. And this is a Waltham, really old. This is a 17 jewel movement, right? I can't open it up, but that's all right. Beautiful watch. If we give it a wind, I'm sure we can make it tick. Because Walthams are better than Timexes. They run. Look at that, running away on this beautiful bracelet here. Gorgeous, gorgeous bracelet. Just stunning. Gotta be, I don't know, $90, something there. We have an advanced watch. This is an advanced. That's gorgeous, lovely watch. 35, 40 bucks. And what's going to round it out is this one. We'll open up the hidden clasp if we can, which we're probably not going to be able to do. Right there. Press the buttons, pop it, drop it through. And what do we have? We have a Caravelle. So look at that, a Caravelle Diamonds watch. Right, with the little rhinestones running through the bracelet. That's going to round it out with a nice 40 bucks. All right, so we spent a few dollars, and the family was very happy. They got to go through the watches, which they had not been running for some time. Accumulatively, in all of their family drawers, these watches were worth a total of 0 because none of them worked. Now, because they work and they're cleaned and they're somewhat polished but not completely, they're worth more money, right? By the time I'm done finished cleaning them, polishing them and listing them, hopefully looking at $1,000 on the table, which means that I've trebled my money. Did I really? Yeah, no, I put a lot of work in for that last 600, right? So I'll probably put 30 hours in for the last 600. I'm doing all right. I'm still making more than $10 an hour.
Well, I gotta tell you, the appointment book is filling up as people are going through their stuff before Christmas. So lots more to come. Hope you're enjoying this. Christmas is coming. Go shopping. Etsy, eBay. Thanks, guys.